Guys, Nick here with another video of part 2 of my video game collection. So let's start out here. This is out in the living room. I have a custom made pirate ship car that I made for my wife, a Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, a Virtual Boy box. Now I found that for about $60 and it was broken, so I fixed the Virtual Boy and now I get to keep the box, so it's pretty awesome. Down here are my quote-unquote books, if you want to call them that. I have a Super Mario Brothers best of. It's a comic book series. I got that when I was a kid. A couple of guides, art and artifacts, Irish Historia, and I have a Game Boy box along with a handful of other books like Scott Pilgrim and Star Wars and Wrinkle in Time graphic novel. And down here we have what the bookcase is really for, my collection that I like to stand out here. I have a R.O.B, which is a robotic operating buddy that came out in the early 80s. It's pretty cool. It's slow, it's loud, but it looks pretty cool on my shelf. I have a Guardian amiibo guarding my Super Mario lunchbox, which is mine from when I was a kid. And I have a couple of Famicom stuff. I don't even own a Famicom, but I really want to get one, but I thought the 3D system was cool. This is a pair of shuttered 3D goggles, and also Stack Up for the Famicom robot. This is incredibly expensive to get for the US version, but if you get the Japanese version, which is like $100 versus $300, it works just the same. It's just the colors are off. You can see like this Famicom robot is white instead of gray. And I got a planter, which was supposed to be bigger, but unfortunately, you know, when you're buying stuff on Etsy, it comes out a little thing. So my sister-in-law got that for me, and you can see it's about the size of an amiibo. Here, a little Game & Watch. I'm gonna just put that back in there. All right, second shelf here. So I have a lot of little newer stuff here. I have my Pip-Boy, which is a nice little display. I think I want to get like a screen or something like that to show what it does. That'd be neat. Back here is a Super Scope, which is for the Super Nintendo. And then we got a bottle, it's an empty bottle of 8-bit Vintners, which is this wine that I got solely because of the bottle. I mean, it looks like a TV on the back. It's a Nintendo cartridge, and it's not good wine. I have 3 more bottles left. They probably weren't stored as good, and unfortunately, it's really not my loss. Oh well, one of those impulse buys. And then back here I have a Famicom gun. This is a light gun. Obviously it wasn't released in the United States. It looks like a revolver. When you open it up, it doesn't make any indications that it's not a real gun. So I got that because, you know, I've always wanted one. I found one in the box for fairly inexpensively. And then I have a 30th anniversary 8-bit Link amiibo, and of course the Master Swords statue that came with the Master Edition for Breath of the Wild. And we have over here another Mario. It's a 30th anniversary amiibo, and he comes on this stand. I had to get the stand because it looks all 8-bit, and then you wind it up there and it spins around. It's really loud though, but it still looks pretty cool. I thought it was battery powered, but it actually is just wind up. And then we have my Virtual Boy. I really like this, and I know a lot of people like to, you know, turn their nose up to it, but I really enjoy it. I wish I just had more games for it. And then down here, we have some of my favorite DVDs, not all of them. I got a couple of Game of Thrones seasons. I didn't get season 6 because, so here's the thing, is like you have the houses. Best Buy had the houses with the sleeves and everything. And then for the season 6, they stopped doing it. So it's kind of frustrating when you want to get all the seasons, you want to support the show, and then they stopped doing what made the appeal for it. Down here I have some board games. I have Legend of Zelda Monopoly, which is Monopoly that's Zelda themed. Regular Monopoly. I got this the first time that they said that they were taking away the original tokens, so I was like, well, I must get the tokens before they took them away, and now they kept them, I guess, or now they're moving them again, so I'm not going to buy any more Monopoly games. Handful of board games like Ticket to Ride Europe. Slap 45 is a game that by the creators of Cards Against Humanity. It's pretty cool. It's you have to slap each other and like point out and stuff. It's very well to do. It's unfortunate that it didn't really take off. I know we got a couple of good ones here, like Betrayal on House of the Hill, Forbidden Island, Munchkin, Settlers of Catan, World's Fair, which I also kickstarted. And then we have some of the other more just regular games like Exploding Kittens, which I also kickstarted, Othello, Dominion, the big box, and Joking Hazard. Some of these I haven't opened yet, just because I haven't had time to play. Yahtzee, Carcassonne. We got Oregon Trail game, which I got for the wife for Christmas. It looked pretty cool. It was a Target exclusive. It was like only 10 bucks. I said, what the hell? Why not? And then Fisticuffs, a game that I got at a maker fair. It's by the Nerdalogs. They make some pretty cool games. And the Fisticuffs was a lot of fun. And then of course I have, you can't really have a board game collection without Uno. So get some good 4-player action on that one. And then I got Minotaurus. Minotaurus, it's a Lego game that you can customize, and it also came with a 3DS game. So, I mean, it's pretty neat to have. But now over here, this is the TV. The TV is a Panasonic. It's only 720p. It's a plasma TV. I got this, a long time ago for really inexpensive, but for right now it does what it needs to do. Once it finally craps out, I'll get one of those OLED 4K TVs. And then up here I have the Kinect, which not too many people have, but I got because it came with my day one edition. And I got Xbox 360, a Nintendo Switch, of course, and Xbox One, big VCR type thing. And down here I have a Wii, which I primarily use for GameCube because I have the 4 Wavebird adapters up there. Pretty nice for wireless controls. Here is my Wii U. The Wii U is the Zelda edition. So this is when I first started to buy the Wii U because it was a pretty cool looking thing, and I decided to just pick it up. Fat PS2, Sega Saturn, a Nintendo Entertainment System, of course, and then the Nintendo 64. And then, of course, in this shoebox is just the random controllers that I use and adapters, because I don't plug in my systems until they're ready to play, just for power consumption and cable management. But yeah, that's for now. Like, we'll go down and do the archives for part 3, but thanks for watching.